Holy packs. All right. Well, I've been going through that collection I purchased a week or two ago. Got a lot of sets in there, but come to find out, about like maybe 30 to 40% of them were incomplete of the ones that were open. Obviously, there was a lot of sealed. Those are complete. But of the ones that were opened, yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 to 40% of them were like incomplete. So I had to go through them, count them. It's been taking a lot of time in between everything else I've been doing. So I haven't been able to post a lot of videos yet as I go through those sets. But one thing I did want to go through is there were all these vending boxes, right? I got about, we got 5 of them. And wasn't quite sure. They didn't say the years on them. So I wasn't quite sure what was going to be in them. And come to find out, they're all 1980 vending boxes. So they are loose, right? They're not jam tight. So they have been, my assumption is they've been picked through. I haven't gone through them yet to see what's in there, but my assumption is somebody went through them looking just for probably the Ricky Henderson rookie, maybe a couple other star cards like Nolan Ryan or someone like that. But there are a lot in here in each box. So, and I do have an album that I'm starting to put together to see if I can put together the whole 1980 set. I am missing the Ricky Henderson rookie so far, but this is definitely going to help me fill in those sets. So I kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone here, see if I can, get some good cards and then also help me build out my set. So what I'll do is I'm going to go through each of the vending boxes. Going to go through them relatively quickly, right? Not dwell on any one particular card too much. But I am looking for player lot cards and seeing who potentially I can get in there. Now, I know a lot of people here use these guys for TTMs, but I'm not even sure. I mean, now you're looking at, these guys played in the 80s, getting pretty old now. A lot of these guys probably have passed away, given that they played 40 years ago, right? So it's, there you got Bert Blyleven. See if I can make player lots out of some of these. But there's Will McCovey. I like putting him, especially the older ones, like putting player lots of him together. But no, I mean, pretty cool though, still to get all these 1980 cards in here. But so far, nothing major, right? Some minor stars, maybe minor Hall of Famers with, I think Blyleven's a Hall of Famer. Sparky Lyle, I don't think he made the Hall of Fame, did he? Good closer in his own right, but I don't think they really recorded saves too much. But Cy Young winner. I know he had some good years with the Yankees as well. No big, there are a couple errors in this set. There's one with, one guy just missing his name across the top. And when I come across him, I'll know. But there we got Tom Seaver, right? First bigger star there. Bob Boone of the Boone families. There you got Fred Lynn. So this is definitely going to help me start backfilling some of this 1980 top set that I'm putting together. But again, no major. Rod Carew. I have so many of that Rod Carew card now. And Mike Schmidt. Here we go. I feel like they've I've seen those 2 guys more than anyone out of the whole 1980 set, that I feel that maybe they've overprinted those 2 cards. That's just my my feeling is they really went to town on those guys. Because I seem to get them more than anybody. And I'd venture to say, too, that out of this set, once I start putting these aside, I'm going to see how many we end up getting. There you go. We got Trammell and I almost said, oh yeah, I did say Griffey. Ken Griffey Sr., Steve Carlton. So we're getting some good ones here. Again, try to rip through these 5 boxes as best we can. Andre Dawson. So now we're starting to get into some good ones. Carlton Fisk and Don Sutton. I think this is Dave Steve's rookie card. Yep, it is. So he had some good years with the Blue Jays. Made some all-star teams. Manny Mota, he was a good pinch hitter for a while there. I never really put him together in player lots. So some of these guys I never, or I haven't. For the most part, putting the Hall of Famers and borderline Hall of Famers together. Anytime I see an A's, though, I gotta stop. Charlie, look how old he is in 1980, and he still pitches for like another 11 years beyond this. I mean, that dude pitched forever. I'm sure if you got a bunch of his cards together, you could probably sell them. Randy Lurch, probably the most appropriate name for this dude. This guy looks like a Lurch. That's exactly, if I had to describe him, that's exactly how I would describe him. Vita Blue and Bill Buckner. I haven't put together any Vita Blue ones. Usually his older ones I've put together, but I haven't put together. I don't know why. I don't know why I never did. Just no reason. I mean, great player. I think I can't remember if he made the Hall of Fame or not eventually. I know he didn't make it like the first couple of times he was nominated, but I don't know if they kind of finally put him in or not. Did hear Dave Parker and Dick Allen finally got in, so these are in good condition as well. So that's the other good thing about these vending boxes. They usually keep the cards in good shape. The only thing I think you come across more than anything, here's Mike Tyson, is a miscut. So generally speaking, you won't see the cards too out of shape here. You got Johnny Bench, Don Baylor, Dave Winfield, nice. George Brett. And we got another Mike. Rod Carew, all right. I tell you, they put them together. I don't know why, but those two guys are always together. All right, about halfway through this first box here, and getting quite a few good ones. Ken Brett, George's brother, Bruce Sutter. Again, he's another guy too. I think people do put him aside. I think he is a Hall of Famer, but again, I just don't do it. I just don't do it. You kind of get, once you've done this enough, and I'm sure everybody's in the same boat of once you kind of go through the cards enough, you got your own players that you kind of hone in on, and sure, there's good ones that you probably set aside, but you just never really felt the need to put them, give them any love, so to speak. Here's Bobby Bonds. Lance Parrish, this should be close to a rookie. Yeah, almost. A couple years off. Dave Concepcion. And all right, almost through that first box, probably another third to go here. So what I'll probably do is it's already taking me, I'm trying to fly through this, and it's already taken about 8 minutes or so to get through this box. So to do them all, it would be a very long video. So maybe what I'll do is kind of cut through one once we start getting through it. Sorry, just kind of looking through, making sure I'm not missing anybody. But yeah, definitely in good shape though. Like I said, these are really nice shape. No dinged corners, banged up creases, anything. These are nice shape. Mark Fitteridge, I put a bunch of his aside. I got a whole little bunch of his. All right, Eddie Murray. Nice. That's what is this? Is this 79 his rookie or 78? I can never remember those years. The years of those cars, they look like the same to me. 78 and 77, 78 and 79. They all kind of like their design blend in the same to me. I mean, 74, 75, and even 76, like at least they're like very distinctive. But once you get into the late 70s, I feel like Topps kind of nailed it in a little bit. Let's see here. Cards are a little, they're not stuck together, but they're holding on together pretty well. So this will be the last bit of this box. There's Dale Bearer, Yogi's son. And then and we'll go just kind of recap what was in this first box. And then I'll go through the other boxes and then do a kind of pause the video, kind of show you some highlights, and we'll recap exactly what I got. There's another Don Baylor. All right, so that was the first box. So not too bad as far as stars go, right? You got Bench up there in the corner. You get Dave Winfield, George Brett, right? You got a couple of minor stars, you know, Sparky Lyle, Dusty Baker, Burt Blyleven, Willie McCovey. But then you get Tom Seaver, you get Dawson, Eddie Murray, a couple Rock Cruz, Schmitz, Steve Carlton, Fisk, Trammell. You know, so you're getting some good stuff in there. So it's not, at least it's not all picked through to the fact that there's no stars in there, which is nice. But no Ricky Henderson rookie yet. I doubt I'll get one. Hopefully, I think the best bet is just to try and see if I can get a Nolan Ryan. So I'm gonna pause it, kind of go through this box here, and then pause it again, go through the other box, and then we'll kind of make a collection here of everything that I'm starting to get. So you guys don't have to bear with me to go through it all. All right, I'll pause it here, and then we'll get back to it. All right, so just rearrange the cards a little bit here, and then we'll go through this other box and see what we can get out of them. So again, I'll pause it again. Gonna go through these stacks of cards from this box now, second box. Let me pause it, go through it, and show you what I got. All right, made it through that second box and got some new stars, some of the same cards, and then some new stars to add to this little lot here. So Ozzie Smith was a new one. Paul Molitor, this is also a new one to add. Dave Winfield, already had him. Dusty Baker, already had him. Robin Yount, new one to add. Ted Simmons, new one to add. Jack Morris. Let's see, Raleigh Fingers, gonna put him a little, I guess I'll put him over here. Start expanding this out a little bit. Joe Morgan was another new one. Gaylord Perry. Fergie Jenkins. A bunch of new ones, actually. Jim Palmer, already had him. Dale Murphy, he's the new one. Throw him up there. Alan Trammell, already had him. Another Paul Molitor. Sparky Lyle again. Willie McCovey again. Carlton Fisk. Don Sutton. Dennis Eckersley, that's a new one. Throw him over there. Gaylord Perry. Fergie Jenkins again. Phil Necro, it's a new one. Another Paul Molitor, so now 3 Paul Molitors in that full box. Andre Dawson, which we already had. Ken Griffey, we already had. And Steve Carlton, which I already had. So, not bad right now, getting 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so not too shabby. Getting just a little over 35-ish stars right now. Individual stars anyway. Still got another 3 boxes to go through. So I'll pause it again, go through this box here. Still looking, now that we've gotten a few more stars, Kind of hoping to see if maybe you get like a, I don't know, like a Reggie Jackson or something in there. Again, looking for Nolan Ryan. My expectations is actually, oh, what is this? Hold on a second. This was in the beginning of the box here. Contains 3 cards of all-time records. Free 1980 baseball cards with the purchase of Mrs. Butterworth syrup. Uh-huh. Well. So it must be these Major League records. So they must be giving you cards for these Major League record holders as opposed to actual 1980 cards. But look at all of these. I wonder if these have any sort of value. I wonder if I send them in now to Mrs. Buttersworth, if whoever that is like, hey, can I get, because it doesn't look like there's no expiration date on it. So maybe I can send all these in and get some 1980 cards, see what they got. That's interesting though. I've never seen it, and it has like a baseball card feel to it. So it's not like it's like just like a little piece of paper or something like that. But interesting. All right, well that was filling up about maybe a tenth of that box. So this box will be a little bit lighter than the other ones. All right, so let me go through this box then, see what I get, and I'll pause it and we'll do it again. All right, well that one had a lot of like the rookie cards, team cards, and of course a lot of these Mrs. Butterworth cards that filled it up, but still was able to get a pretty good chunk of cards out here and some new ones as well. So first one we got adding Ron Guidry to the list here. Him with the earned run average with J.R. Richard, which J.R. Richard too, during this like 3-year span, J.R. Richard was pretty crazy for the Astros there. Robin Yount again, which we already have. Mike Schmidt, which we already have. And of course, if you have Mike Schmidt, you got to get Rod Carew. George Foster, here's a new one. Got to put him down low, kind of off camera here. Robin Yount again. Jim Catt, he's a new one. Dusty Baker, already had him. Here's Ron Guidry, his base card. So put that with the league leader card. You got Dave Winfield, Don Baylor. Going to put that with the Dave Winfield. We got Lynn. We got Yaz, right? First time for him. McCovey, highlights card. Put that with the McCoveys. Dusty Baker again. Rod Carew. And of course, if you have Rod Carew, you need Mike Schmidt. Steve Carlton. Johnny Bench. Don Sutton again. Luis Tiant, that's new. So put him down. We did get a Reggie Jackson here, which is nice. A little off-center, but still pretty nice. Steve Garvey, that's the first time for him. Jim Catt again. Dave Winfield, Don Baylor again. Gary Carter, first time for him. Then you got Brock and Yaz, right? I'll put that with the Yaz because I don't think I had any Lou Brocks yet. Here's a first Pete Rose card. Here's another one of Brock and Yaz. Put that together. Jack Morris. Another McCovey highlights. Another Fred Lynn. Rod Carew. And you guessed it, who's following him? Mike Schmidt. Lou Whitaker. Goose Gossage. That's the first one of him. Phil Niekro, which I thought we had already. No, yes, no, we did not. All right. Oh, yeah, we do. Over here. And then Mark Fidrich, we got him. Steve Carlton again. Johnny Bench. Robin Yount. Joe Morgan twice. Where was Joe? Why am I not seeing him? That's because he's all the way over there. Dusty Baker again. I think he's leading the way. You got Joe and Phil Niekro as the victories leader. That's pretty cool that they both shared it, that year. That's a pretty fun experience for those two brothers to share that. Where are you? I just had you. What am I doing? I'm going to put you with you. And then Keith Hernandez, Fred Lynn, batting leaders. I'm going to put that with the Keith Hernandez. Fred Lynn's got enough. But still, now we were at 35 before, probably a little over 40 now, different stars, and a lot of them are kind of off camera here. So I got a row going up here, got that, gotten through all those cards already, and still 2 more boxes to go through. So I'm going to jump into this one. This box is like falling apart. And again, some a good portion of them missing already. So the fact that I'm getting, as many cards to pull aside as I am is nice. So it's, who even knew? I mean, if I was getting these brand spanking new, probably would be coming through with a lot of Ricky Henderson rookies here. But all right, I'm gonna pause it one more time. Still got 2 boxes to go through. Let me go through this box. So that box was a little less underwhelming. This is all I was able to kind of get out of it. A couple of new faces, but Bly Levin again, we got him. Where's he at? Dave Concepcion had him. Lou Whitaker had him already. Another Fred Lynn, Keith Hernandez. Oh, the camera's gotten a little blurry on it. League leaders card there, or batting leaders card. We'll give this one to Fred Lynn since I gave the other one to Keith Hernandez. Dave Parker, talked about him before. That's a he's a new Hall of Famer, so that'll be good for a new player lot there. Steve Carlton, Ken Griffey, where are you at? Don Sutton again, Carlton Fisk again, Willie McCovey, Dennis Eckersley. Where did you go, Dennis Eckersley? I don't know where did Dennis Eckersley go? I had him. Too many cards. Why am I not seeing him? I'll find him in a second. Jeez, I don't even know where he is. Tom Seaver again. There you are. Oh, there's Dennis Eckersley right there. Sparky Lyle. Goose Gossage again. Willie Randolph. First time for him. There we go. And then Gary Carter again. Johnny Bench again. Where you at, Johnny Bench? Up here somewhere. There you are. Steve Garvey again. Dave Winfield again. Mike Schmidt without Rod Carew, if you could believe it. Greg Nettles, new one for him. Jack Morris again. And then Keith Hernandez again. So I got one more box to go through. And again, we're probably about at 50 stars right now. I'll kind of do a showcase again, showing everybody I got. But and again, gone through all those cards. So at the 50 mark here, let me adjust the camera a little bit. I'm not sure that made it any better at all. All right. Well, I'll pause it here. Go through this last box that I got. Oh, that one has like a little stain on it. But again, just hoping I can get maybe even a Pete Rose or something like that too. I haven't gotten one of those yet, so we'll see if I can get one of him, and then we'll go through that box and see what's up. All right, finally made it through that last box. Got this one, the cards were a little bit, the condition was a little weirder, or at least they were like bowed a little bit more. Couple new faces, but a lot of the same ones. Brett again. Ron K, there's a new face for that. There is Ron Guidry again with J.R. Richard. So where was I putting Guidry? Over there. So just real quick, I put aside the J.R. Richard because, again, I'm sure a bunch of you know about this guy. But, I mean, if you look at the strikeouts, can I get it focused? Focus. That's about as clear as I'm going to get it. But the strikeouts, I mean, in the beginning of his career, right, he didn't really pitch very much. But once he started pitching, somewhat regularly, right, 33 games, he was a little bit better than a 500 pitcher. 12-10, 2015, 18-12, 18-11, 18-13. A little high ERA in the beginning, but he got it down to sub-3. But, I mean, his strikeouts were 176, then 214, 214, 303, then 313. I mean, this dude was just mowing people down. But unfortunately, being with the Astros, probably didn't get a lot of run support, which, didn't help his win-loss record. But the guy was, just as many strikeouts as Nolan Ryan was during that period, maybe more, right? There's another Pete Rose. But I don't know what happened to him. He didn't last. I'm not exactly sure why. I don't know his story all that well. Yaz and Brock again. Jack Morris. So maybe he got injured. Maybe he got, maybe just flamed out. Not sure. Have to look into that guy. But certainly during that stretch, he was pretty pretty dominant. So Willie Stargell, this is a new one, a new player there. And we end out with Jim Palmer, Alan Trammell, Luis Tiant, George Foster, Dusty Baker again. I think Dusty Baker is the one I got the most of. Yeah, as I get another one. But Fred Lynn's giving him a run for his money. Don Sutton, Luis Tiant, Steve Garvey again, Mike Schmidt with, again, no Rod Carew. Surprising. Dave Concepcion, Willie McCovey. Got a bunch of him. Brett Levin, Carlton Fisk, Raleigh Fingers again, wherever you may be, Raleigh Fingers. Let's see, oh, you're over there. Gaylord Perry, Fergie Jenkins, Keith Hernandez, Ozzie Smith. Second one of him, had him early on. And then Ken Griffey. So that ends out the, where are you, Ken? So that ends out that fifth box. So went through, right, all, where are you? All 5 boxes here. They're all empty now. In case you didn't believe me, there were 5, right? Got those 5 boxes done. I mean, I'll take this camera off the stand here. This is how many cards it went through. These are all the extra commons that I'm going to try again. Put into that album that's back here to see if I can make an 80s lot. But got a bunch of good stars. I mean, going through, you got Hall of Famers, you know, and then some minor stars, and some relatively big names too. I mean, and early on in their career, obviously, like Smith, Winfield, George Brett, Robin Yount, stuff like that. So, but still get some good ones too. Schmidt, Carew, got a couple Pete Roses. I don't know why the camera's really not focusing. Let me just try and do that again. There we go. How to get the camera to refocus. But you know, and again, it's not like you get a bad slew of cards here. So it's like, and you still get, right? You still get like 6 Schmidts, or 7 Schmidts. That didn't pick one up, right? So that's a good amount. But then you get a lot too, like I think Dusty Baker. I bet I had close to 10 of Dusty Baker here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oof, almost 10. But I think that was you know, a lot for him. But no, I mean, overall a good haul. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 50 stars here that I have broken out. But again, my main concern is filling in this set, and then I'll break these out into some player lots. When I break out the cost per box, again, when I bought it with that entire collection, man, again, I paid $400 and I got somewhere in the neighborhood of, you know, 80 to 100 sets. I don't have a final count, but I think it worked out to almost $4 a box, maybe a little more, a little less. So $4 a box, you know, to get all these cards for $19.80, I think that's a pretty good deal and pretty fun to go through. So I'm gonna not show a video of me trying to build out the set, because this video is already long enough, even with all the stops and the starts. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will have another one for you guys hopefully soon. See ya.